Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for the likes, the comments, and for subscribing. In this video, I'll be updating you on every girl's dream. Please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to click on the notification button to be notified anytime I drop a new video. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up. Tell me what you feel about this video in the comment section. Krisha confesses her love for Devraj. You need to watch till the end to find out how it happened. Let's go. Krisha tells Devraj that he should confess that he loves her. Devraj leaves from there. Krisha says, I love him and I know he loves me too. Dutch and Roma hear Krisha and Devraj talk. Dutch says, it's good that you set up this mic in their room when they were busy with the papers. We will hear their conversation now. He asks Roma to massage his shoulder. Roma says, I am not your helper. Dutch says, you are my partner. Roma says, why don't you tell them that you are totally fine? Dutch grabs her and says, I won't tell them about me, and I won't let them tell me that Krisha is not Maya. I want Devraj to be in pain of seeing Krisha as Maya. He says this way you can also get Devraj, as Krisha will have to keep acting like Maya. Roma says, what else do I have to do? Dutch says, you will find out soon. Yugra is worried about Rati missing. Naina asks her to relax. Yugra says Rati is missing. Naina says, just think about losing property. The servant comes there and says Rati has sent milk for you. Yugra asks, where is she? She says she is in the kitchen. Yugra goes to look for her, but Rati is not there. The servant says she was here only. Naina asks her to relax. Yugra says, let me just find Rati, and then I won't spare her. She leaves. Arav, Rati, and Krisha were hiding and heard all that. Arav says Yugra was up to something, so we have to scare her and she will blot out her plan herself. Krisha asks Rati to follow the plan, and we will find out what Yugra is up to. Rati asks if everything is okay with her. Krisha says soon I will be free from doing the drama of being Maya, and then everything will be fine. Krisha does Arti in the man there. Yugra comes there and asks where is Rati. Krisha says she's upstairs. Yugra says there was no one there. Are you involved in some plan too? Krisha says, what are you talking about? Yugra says, I am sure Rati is not here. Krisha says, why would she hide from you? Did you do something with her? Yugra glares at her and says no. She leaves from there. Krisha applying lotion on her arms and says it's cold here. Devraj asks if she wants him to turn off the AC. She says, now I am fine. He starts leaving, but Krisha stops him. She asks what will he eat. He says anything will work. Krisha stops him and says, I love you. Devraj says, I will never answer this. Krisha says, you will. He leaves from there. Krisha smiles and says he loves me but just doesn't confess. Krisha is walking in the kitchen. Yugra and Naina hide. Yugra asks Naina to do as planned. Naina comes to Krisha and asks about her oats. Krisha says, I don't know. I will find them. Naina says, I want them right now. Krisha says, okay, I will look for it. Krisha starts checking the cabinet. Naina stands on a stool and deliberately throws flour on Krisha. Naina shouts at Krisha that you should have held me on the stool. Krisha takes a bath. She sees Devraj in the washroom and says, you here? I thought you were walking. He hugs her from behind and is shirtless. Krisha finds out that it's Dutch. She pushes him away and asks, what's this? Dutch laughs and says, I was just joking. We used to talk about your divorce and you said you would come to me. We have got another chance, so we shouldn't waste that. He asks her to make breakfast and leaves. Krisha recalls how she talked about breakfast with Devraj and says, how does Dutch know I was about to cook it? Krisha tells Devraj that Dutch did something weird. She tells him about his act. Devraj says you must be mistaken. Krisha says we should start giving hints to Dutch. I will stop wearing clothes like Maya. All sit down to have breakfast. Jaya says Maya made all this. Dutch says it's not a traditional woman, so it's surprising. Krisha comes there wearing a sari. Dutch freaks out and says, what kind of clothes are you wearing? You are not Maya. He starts getting jitters and coughs. All rush to him. Krisha runs to get his inhaler. Arav takes an inhaler and gives it to Dutch. Krisha thinks this inhaler was empty, so how did he become fine? Krisha tells Dutch that I am wearing traditional clothes because this family likes them. Jaya says I asked her to. Krisha says I am experimenting. Krisha says I am thinking to grow my hair too. Dutch says that's fine. He goes from there. Krisha looks on. Krisha is thinking about Dutch's asthma attack. Dutch comes to her and says you are looking pretty. She says thank you, he smirks and leaves. Krisha thinks I am not sure what kind of relationship Dutch had with Maya. Devraj tells Krisha that we can't just tell the truth to Dutch. Just let things be as they are. She says okay. Dutch acts like Devraj with Roma. Roma says Maya can never understand you as I do. Dutch laughs and says I can imitate Devraj easily. Dutch says I went to Krisha's washroom and she recognized me easily. She says what? Krisha comes there and sees them laughing. She thinks he was scared of Roma and now he's laughing with her. Roma leaves from there. Dutch says I like Roma now. She came to see my painting. Krisha tries to check the painting, but he says it's a surprise. He says I will tell about the plan that we are planning. She says what? He says I will tell everyone about it on Valentine's Day. Krisha tells about Dutch and Maya's plan. She says it seems like a big plan. Krisha thinks I have to find out what's going on before telling him anything. Devraj starts leaving, but Krisha stops him and puts a muffler around his neck. They both smile at each other. Music plays. Krisha says, I made this muffler. Devraj says, this is valuable to me. Krisha smiles. He says, thank you and leaves. Dutch says, Devraj loves Krisha, but I want him to cry. I will break their hearts. Yugra finds Rati in the room and asks, where were you? Krisha says, I will bring out her real face now. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and come back for more updates from your favorite Z Word series.